This is BVI Channel 1, where we tell you the raw, unadulterated truth. There is this video trending on the social media about one man, young man they call Lyon. He was arrested on the account of kidnapping. Many of you have seen his story. But there are things that everyone is not seeing that I want you to see, because I am here to enable you see beyond your nose that Nigerian people, especially the young Nigerians, are victims of wicked and oppressive political class. Now, the story had it that this young man you were seen was arrested for kidnapping.
Where are you from?
I'm from
Which community?
I was actually involved in this thing. I was actually involved in the kidnapping of that Akiba Tanjuman. I was not aware of the initial. I was not aware of the kidnapping. I was told they have a business together that I should also tell them where he's staying.
So you are the one who told them where he's staying?
Yes, sir.
You know him before?
I was working there, sir.
Where?
Mr. Kidnapper, sir.
Oh. Yes.
As a staff, sir.
Look at that.
What made this whole thing trend is because of the young man being a socialite, as they call him. You know, the ones they call social media influencers or socialite, the ones that the young Nigerian people look up to as their role model or their celebrities. You know, he's a semi-one upcoming celebrity. So that is even why it's becoming disturbing. Now, this story of this young man, I'm going to let Nigerian people see something they are not actually looking at. To start with, this young man, from the information I gathered, used to work with one of the top commercial banks in Nigeria.
Where are you from?
I'm from sir.
Which community?
I was actually involved in this thing. I was actually involved in the kidnapping of that Akiba Tanjuman. I was not aware of the initial. I was not aware of the kidnapping. I was told they have a business together that I should also tell them where he's staying.
So you are the one who told them where he's staying?
Yes, sir.
You know him before?
I was working there, sir.
Where?
Mr. Kidnapper, sir.
Oh. Yes.
As a staff, sir.
Look at that.
The circumstances surrounding his loss of job from banking work is not quite clear. But you and I know at a point in Nigeria, just quite recently, many commercial banks laid off their staffs because of the bad economy and bad policies of the government. Now, this young man became jobless. Listen to this narrative very attentively. He became jobless, and the only job that could present itself is being a political, either political thug or working for one politician or the other, as you are looking at this picture. I'm not making emphasis on the political party, but at least you can see that for yourself, so that you know say na me talk am. Good. Now, this young man started working probably as a political thug for one politician or the other. And I know vividly well from where his operation base is, that is Bayelsa, Rivers, you know, that region. There was a time during the election period, just like this. I'm not going to start bringing back some of those videos now, but they are there in our archives. And many of you can also attest to the kind of violence that was witnessed within that area. Bayelsa, Rivers, the shooting of the guns by political thugs. At that time, this young man, probably one of the political thugs, the election at that time had come and gone. The politicians who have won or continued in their business of politics have moved on. Some of them to the Senate, some of them to federal appointment, some of them to the state appointment, and the rest of them. While the political thugs, who are mainly youths that have lost their jobs or couldn't even get job in the first instance, just like this same man, John Lyon. I'm heading somewhere. The election period had come and gone. These youth, like him, without any job to do, yet they have guns in their hand. From the business of political thuggery, they have guns in their hand. What next do you expect them to do? They start kidnapping. And kidnapping has become a lucrative business in Nigeria. Maybe a bank staff earning about 100, 150 or 200,000 or thereabout. Or even below. Some of them now is as low as 50,000, 40,000. Now start making money in dollars. As you can see him flashing it. Telling Nigerian youths, pressing their neck, asking them to hustle.
Get money for this life. Hustle, hustle.
You see, when he started making such money, it will not end on the first one or the second one. It became a business. You see how he had become a victim of bad governance. From probably being a graduate to a banking work, looking at a very wonderful career in the banking sector, all of a sudden, boom, he became a kidnapper. Now, Nigerian youths, now Nigerian people generally, you see, when I tell you that you are victims of bad governance, you're beginning to understand. That is the situation of things in this country. That is how bad things had become. And that is why it is important, because we are in an electoral year. Many Nigerian youths are becoming very resourceful tools in the hands of these same politicians. Many of the youths that had been out of school because of 7 months strike, some of them have been totally discouraged from even going back to school. Many of them will be recruited by these politicians to further their electoral activities or political ambition. We are no longer talking about millions of them, Nigerian youths, jobless ones, that will be given the job of political thuggery. The cycle continues, just like this man. This man represents one in millions of many Nigerian people, Nigerian youths, in his condition or in his situation. Now you tell me why Nigeria will not be so insecure, why there will be no restiveness. Youths in their prime, youths at the time they have the energy to work, you don't make or create the environment for them to exercise this energy in a positive direction. They are only forced, not sometimes forced, manipulated, hired, recruited by dubious politicians for the purpose of political thuggery, which will transcend into kidnapping and other social vices. He represents one among many. He's into kidnapping. Some of them are into armed robbery. Some of them have taken to internet fraudsters, ritual killings, and the rest of them, because you have bad governance. Now, if you think that this movement to liberate Nigerians from bad governance, from corrupt politicians that had made your lives miserable, if you think it doesn't want your energy to be part of it, I believe you can live with it. I'm talking about insecurity. I'm talking about restiveness, kidnapping, ritual killing, joblessness for your children, and the state of hopelessness for you. You can take your decision. It's all left for you. I'm just a voice trying to bring it to you so that you will see beyond your nose, so that you see beyond the hype of this young man trending on the social media, to see down to the root cause of our societal problem and being part of the solution. It is not enough to sit back, lament, agitate. It is getting involved that makes the difference. Okay, so let me just end it this way. It pains me so much to see Nigerian youths perish this way. We can put a stop to it. I'm signing out. Masu Chinadu Peters. You can drop your comments and let me have it. Stay safe. Bye bye for now.